Now to our other big story of the night. He was one of the most powerful politicians in Illinois. Now former House Speaker Michael Madigan is convicted of conspiracy, bribery, and wire fraud. Took 11 weeks of testimony and 11 days of deliberations to reach this point. Jurors found him guilty on 10 counts, not guilty on 7. The rest were deadlocked.
We have team coverage on this tonight, beginning with our Casey Kronos, who was at the courthouse when the verdict came down. Casey.
The jury spent more than 60 hours deliberating, poring over a mountain of evidence in this case. As a result, Michael Madigan left this courthouse this morning as a convicted felon, not the outcome he was hoping for as federal prosecutors declare victory. Once praised as the longest-serving legislative leader in U.S. history, Mike Madigan was found guilty by a federal jury on 10 counts of bribery, wire fraud, and other corruption charges. He was acquitted on 7. Federal prosecutors early on telling jurors he spent his career playing chess, not checkers, and calling him a grand master at corruption.
This is a historic conviction, which ranks high in the annals of criminal cases tried in this courtroom.
This morning, the jury began their 11th day of deliberations, but quickly sent this note to the judge. We have come to a unanimous decision on 17 counts. We have tried our very best to come to a unanimous decision on 12 counts, adding, we do not believe we will be able to overcome this impasse. Judge John Robert Blakey accepted the partial verdict, declaring a mistrial for 6 counts filed against Madigan and all 6 counts against his co-defendant, longtime confidant, ComEd lobbyist Michael McLean. McLean was already convicted in the ComEd 4 trial, information the jury wasn't privy to.
What's next, Speaker?
Madigan didn't say a word about the jury's decision as he left the courthouse, but federal officials had this to say.
He abused public office, both his own public office and the public office of Alderman Solis, for Madigan's own personal benefit.
Public office is a responsibility, not a criminal enterprise.
The jury was seated in mid-October. They heard testimony from more than 60 witnesses and listened to dozens of secretly recorded calls. U.S. Attorney Morris Pasquale adding that Madigan betrayed the very people he was elected to serve.
Michael Madigan breached and violated that trust over and over again. Bribery, whether it's the old-fashioned cash stuffed in an envelope or the more refined version practiced by Madigan, is still illegal, it's still corrupt, and it's still against the law.
The charges Madigan was found guilty of carry various maximum sentences ranging from 5 to 20 years in prison. His sentencing date has not yet been set, and the government still needs to decide whether they want to retry those counts the jury was deadlocked on.